Day 13, Russian forces are inching closer and closer to the Ukrainian capital of Kyiv. Their ultimate mission is to capture the capital city. The city railway stations thereby are prepped up for evacuation of citizens. Volunteers continue to deliver humanitarian aid for those who've decided to stay back and fight Russian advances. But in the railway stations, it's a scene of absolute chaos and confusion as hundreds of people gather desperate to ensure that they and their families are taken away from Kyiv. Maria Pysarenko gets you this report now from the capital.
This is Maria Pysarenko reporting from Kyiv, Ukraine. We are at the central railway station of Ukraine, and here the evacuation is going on. So there are also foreign journalists covering these, and also a lot of people actually here today. Not a usual picture for the railway station. People are staying and waiting for the tickets to find. So for the evacuation trains, actually tickets are free of charge now, but for the evacuation trains, but really a lot of people do want to go out of Kyiv because the threat of new attack or so to say the Battle of Kyiv is still very high. So a lot of people are here in the hall of the railway station, and the trains are not coming by the assigned time because of the problems en route, and people have to wait here, have to stop here and wait for this vacation trains. For example, if we have a look at this timetable, now we see that a lot of directions are going from the west and then going back. For example, Kyiv, Rivne, Bakhmut, Lviv, which are the trains from the central Ukraine to the western. So Kyiv, Ivano-Frankivsk, Kyiv, Kamyanets-Podilsky, all of them are trains which evacuate people to the west, where no military actions are going on, and people are eagerly waiting for these trains as they hope to, get out of Kyiv, because the threats of new attacks are really very high right now. Here you can see the windows of the railway stations are covered with tape. It's done so that some protection could be offered to these glass windows, so that if some explosions occur, the pieces of glass won't fall out and injure passengers who are constantly here. And also you can see the ambulance waiting on a shift here, and also a lot of trucks and cars who are waiting for the humanitarian aid to be deployed, or for other types of cargo which is assigned to go to the volunteer centers, or for example for the military. So for example, here you can see the buses with such a sign which says humanitarian aid, waiting for some new comings from the passenger train. So the Ukrainian railway company was very kind and supportive for all the volunteers, and they provided the opportunity. So it's like unspoken rule that bulk cargo could be put inside the carriages and brought from the western parts of Ukraine here to Kyiv, because it's the aim for all people to help the Ukrainian army and also help civilians. So humanitarian aid and aid for the military is what is needed for everybody. A lot of people here standing, waiting, and with boxes, different kinds of bags, all going to these evacuation trains. So more than 2 dozens of trains were announced by the Ukrainian railway company, so that they can evacuate people from Kyiv to the western parts of Ukraine. And the amount of people here is really mind-blowing. Really a lot of people can be seen waiting for evacuation.